Listen, Bitcoin is on life support right now, and it's either going to collapse into oblivion or it's going to surprise everybody, get a second wind, and go up into the stratosphere. And before you say, oh my God, you're saying it's going to go up and going to go down, what's up, Sherlock? No, I'm not saying that. Pay attention because this is very important. I'm not telling you it's going to go up or it's going to go down. I'm going to tell you the exact levels to watch so you can see whether it's going to go up or it's going to go down in time so you can act accordingly. So make sure you pay attention because this video is probably the most important video you're going to watch on crypto in 2024. And remember, I can explain things to you, but I can't understand them for you. So please pay attention here.
Hey guys, I'm Britta Thans. Remember, Paul is not a financial advisor, but he is good looking. Also, this is not financial advice. Please subscribe down below and check out my channel at Britta Thans.
Okay, so let me give you some context here because it's extremely important you understand this if it's your first time on this channel so you can understand what we've been doing, so you can understand our direction and what I'm looking at here. I was begging you to get into Bitcoin at 15.6K. I actually called 15.6K months before it happened, winning a bet with Gareth Soloway at the time. I proceeded to beg you to get in Bitcoin at 16.7K and get into Solana and AI coins at that time. I was also telling you to ignore XRP. That's a different situation. But yeah, if you look at the charts, you will see why. At least back then, it wasn't time to get into XRP. It was a time to get into Bitcoin. It was a time to get into AI. It was time to get into some gaming and of course the Bitcoin ecosystem. I even told you that we're going to run up to all-time highs faster, and I told you to take profits at $72,000, 72K. I called for the dump around the Nvidia event. I called for a dump around the halving event, and when I saw we only had a 20% dump, I told you we're going to dump more down to the 60K, even 50K level. And around 60K, I told you we're gonna go down and wick to 49K and to buy up, begging you to buy altcoins and begging you to buy Bitcoin because I said that was going to be the bottom. But we may have got something wrong here. See, I was talking about a potential shorter bull market since last year. We're going to come back to this in just 1 second. But when we went back up from 49K to 64K, I did not expect us to drop under 60K again. And looking at the charts, we have to admit that right now, Bitcoin is in a make or break range, meaning if Bitcoin actually breaks below 50K and goes back to the 49K level, if it does not bounce back up very fast and actually makes that $49,000 resistance, meaning it's under $49,000 and it can't get above for a few days to a week, that is extremely bearish. It's a change of trend and we have to get ready for a potential bear market. Now, I know you don't like to hear this. I know you don't want to hear this, but don't forget, we called for a shorter bear market or a potential shorter bear market last year. We said that the top of Bitcoin may come in end of 2024, beginning 2025. And yes, it's very early. And no, I don't think, or I don't want to believe this, but we have to go with what the charts are telling us, not what we want to tell us. Now, there's a caveat here. There's a caveat because if Bitcoin can surprise us and actually break above 60K and make $60,000 support, that's a continuation of this bull market, and it will be amplified by the elections, meaning whether we get a shorter bull market or normal bull market, that's remained to be seen if we're going to have the top end of 2024, beginning 2025, we're still going to go up tremendously, and we have our levels for that. So what does that mean? What do we need to do right now, like responsible traders or responsible investors? Well, we need to strategize for both scenarios. Now, let me show you something so you can understand. Let me show you a couple of things here. First of all, let me show you the bearish case here. See, at times like this, when I do my analysis, I like to look at images. I like to look at images and find images or find charts that resemble what's going on right now. And if you look at this chart here, it's a typical Richard Wyckoff's distribution, or the Wyckoff chart, if you ever heard of that, the Wyckoff theory. Right now, we're somewhere here, so we should go back up maybe, or maybe come back up here, and then fall down. This means we have a couple of weeks, of course, of more distribution, but pay attention to this real quick. First of all, this matches the Bitcoin price, what's going on right now, if you actually look at the chart side by side. But then we have this chart over here, and this is the seasonality chart. And if you look at the seasonality chart, it's September right now. You can see most Septembers are actually bearish. We actually have a red month, and most of this red, just so you know, it's in the first 15 days of September. We're now currently the 9th of September as I'm making this video. Then October is usually bullish, especially in halving years. Now, the bullish side of things is that this could be a massive cup and handle here, and this also could be a massive bull flag. Yes, we see this, and this is what I'm hoping for. But again, we have to take everything we see so we can make educated and responsible moves and strategize around this. So don't think I'm bearish. Please do not do that. I'm just trying to take an unbiased position and see how all this plays out so I don't get wrecked and make sure I don't get you wrecked in the process. So this tells us that Bitcoin, along with other analysis I've already done, we've already talked about that in our live streams and so on, you can go check them out, but this tells us that Bitcoin needs to decide, or will tell us what it wants to do in the next couple of weeks. So this actually comes all together with my theory, with my prediction, with the price, with everything. So what I'm saying here is this: Bitcoin will tell us in a couple of weeks what it's going to do. That gives you time to prepare for all scenarios. Now, you might not like this. You might not like the bearish scenario, and you might be hoping for the bullish. If you are more bullish, all the bullish scenarios will play out for you, like in your head, all the bullish things, oh my God, election year, this, that. And if you're bearish, all the bearish things will come to your head. But you have to take emotion out of the equation right here. Me, I'm generally bullish, but I have to account for the bearish scenario as well. This will help me think, become a better person, become a better trader, become a better investor, and so on. So you have to look at all scenarios and bank for them and strategize around them. So what does this mean? What does this mean for you? Well, if you took profits at 72K like I told you to, and got into Bitcoin or altcoins at 16.7K like I was begging you, then it's very easy for you. You probably bought the dip at 49K. We are above 49K right now. We're in that range. So either we fall down below 49K, make it resistance, in which case you take profits and you wait and see what happens, or we go above 60K and you can either get in more, you can take a leverage if you're a trader, or buy more if you are an investor, or go for lagging coins if you didn't have time to do that, and so on. Now, if you did not get in at 16.7K and you did not take profits at 72K, means either one or two things. Number one, you ignored me. You were watching this channel, you were watching these videos, you ignored me, you probably got into XRP, you got double wrecked or triple or quadruple wrecked because of this, and now you don't know what you're doing and you're panicking, in which case serves you right. Sorry, you just have to take responsibility. It's not my fault and it's no one else's fault, it's your fault. Who you listen to shouldn't matter. What you do does matter. So I'm sorry. All I can do is tell you what we're looking at right now, and what you can strategize, what you're going to do with that is on you. Right now is a very difficult time, whether you believe it or not. It's a make or break time. If you're new here and you haven't taken profits at 72K or got in because you're new and you never seen these videos, well, It's obvious. You need to subscribe down below and hit the bell notification button so you don't miss any of my next videos. And then just wait for my next video when I tell you to get in or tell you what I would personally do with the charts I see at that time. And if we get lucky, a little bit before anybody else does, which we've been pretty good at on this channel. We call the bottoms and the tops almost perfectly, and our success rate is huge. So subscribe to the channel, hit the bell notification button, go back, watch other videos, and see if I know what I'm talking about. If you like me, if you don't like me, that's on you as well. But generally speaking, right now is a wait and see scenario. But no matter what group you are in that I mentioned, what you want to do is you want to watch this video right here for the potential shorter bull market, or if you want more details, watch my live stream over here, which we did a couple of days ago, talking about all this in more details, answering your questions, and so on. Either way, don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.